Alright, what's up Nabs? It's Platinum TDX, the Dragon Extreme, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a certain topic that has me hyped! Now, I've been waiting to do this video for so long, like I've been procrastinating to the max, I've been having a lot of schoolwork to do, Budo 10, shit like that. But, the video I'm doing now is about a new Spider-Man game. Now, I know you guys probably hear the words, new Spider-Man game, and you probably cringe a little because these past few years has been so shit with Spider-Man games. Because we've had Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Edge of Time, Shattered Dimensions wasn't all that bad, but we've had some pretty bad Spider-Man games in the past few years. This is years. But let me say this. Alright, so rumor has it that Sony's subsidiary, Sucker Punch. Guys, this is Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch could be developing the next Spider-Man game. Now, if you guys don't know Sucker Punch, they've made phenomenal games. Like, this is great news for me and a lot of other people who like Sucker Punch's work, and Spider-Man for that fact. But if you don't know Sucker Punch by name, they're the devs that are famous. Get it? Famous? Infamous? Get it? No? Okay. They're the devs that are famous for developing the Infamous series and the Sly Cooper series. Now, if you haven't played these games, what the fuck have you been doing with your lives? But, both of these games are fucking phenomenal. Like, Sly Cooper was a big part of my childhood, and Infamous, I actually just got done playing Second Son because I recently got my PS4. But, that's besides the point. Second Son was amazing. Anyway, more than likely, you probably played these kick-ass games before. I mean, let's be real here. But, let's get into the meat of this. So, first things first. Why the hell is Sucker Punch rumored to be taking on Spider-Man, and where the hell is Beenox? So, Beenox, they've already come out and said that they're not working on Spider-Man anymore. Like, they're done. Put a nail in them. Especially since they've helped out with Black Ops 3, that's put them up in the big leagues again. Or, now. So, they're not doing Spider-Man anymore. And why Sucker Punch, you may ask? This is where things get interesting. So, Sony, as you all may know, has owned the Spider-Man film license for years now. Like, they've made Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. They've had them for years, and they still do have some rights with the films. So, up until now, Marvel has had almost pretty much no say what happens with the movies or games for Spider-Man. And Sony still has some rights, if not a lot of rights, to Spider-Man as a character, and, like, the films. And also, Marvel doesn't even own them fully, because they still share rights. So, now that Marvel has film rights to Spider-Man, and they put him into the MCU, Sony / Sucker Punch, they could have more of a hand over Spider-Man as a video game character. Now, all of this is to say, they don't have to make a movie game. So, not saying that they won't, because they probably will still make their own, like, fucking movie tie-in or whatever. Like how Amazing Spider-Man 2 was, where it was like the main story was the movie, but they had a lot of other subplots, you know, that kind of thing. But they can make their own story, like completely original, like Web of Shadows original, for the video game. They can make their own story. Now, of course, like I said earlier, or like a couple of seconds ago, they're still probably going to tie it in with the new Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Homecoming. So, probably still going to do that. But, that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Now, might even be both, to be honest, because nowadays you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. But I'll elaborate on that in another video. So one of the hints that's pointing the finger towards Sucker Punch being the devs for the next Spider-Man game is a leak by NerdLeaks. Now, NerdLeaks is pretty famous, or a little infamous, for being correct in their presumptions or leaks almost all the time. So, yeah, I guess you could say they're 99.9% effective. What the fuck? Okay, that's not in the script I'm reading. That's why I don't do scripted videos. Like, shit like that happens. Anyways, so, they were away a little bit, like, for some time away from Twitter. But after a while, they came back on Twitter and said, it's been too long since the last leak. Here's one. Sony is working at Untitled Spider-Man PS4 project. Trailer incoming E3 2016. Now, they also stated in response to someone on Twitter, SP, or Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch's title is a spectacular game. open world, and character artists have strong understanding of the history of costume design. Now, both of these statements have been proven with screenshots. Now, I'll put the screenshots on the fucking screen so you can see. But the fact that Sucker Punch's next game is a spectacular one is the thing that gets me the most, because Spider-Man is often referred to as spectacular or amazing. Not to mention the fact that the artist has to have a strong understanding of costume design. Now, that can be taken in a few different ways. One being, they have to know the history of a said character's costume or costumes, or a history of designing costumes. It's not very specific, it's very general, it's open. So, I don't know, that's kind of up in the air with that, so that doesn't necessarily help us with defending the fact that Sucker Punch is going to be deving this next game, which I'm really stoked for. But, the fact that this has even been being talked about, like, that this will be a PS4 exclusive, I mean, it makes sense because Sucker Punch is rumored to be deving the game, but it's interesting. So, with all this said, would you guys like to see this game happen? Now, me personally, I can't wait for fucking E3. Like, the E3 is going to be lit. Now, with all this stuff I've heard about Sucker Punch deving this game and all the ads I've seen on their Twitter and all the news feeds and shit, this has the potential to be a Game of the Year contender for even having Sucker Punch's name on it. So, like, this is lit. Like, what else can you say? Like, this is probably going to be my most anticipated game of the year if Sucker Punch are the ones behind this. Like, I can't stress this enough. It's going to be lit. Like, this is going to be so super hot. Fire! Oh, we're getting off track. Okay. And I've seen a lot of other videos, and I kind of want to make my own take on it. One in particular from... Fuck, forgot his name. I'll put a screenshot, and I'll link him in the description. But, this new game is gonna be so good. Like, I haven't seen a smidget of it, but I already know it's gonna be so good. Like, wow, Sucker Punch, guys. It's this is getting weird. Anyway, after a long streak of shit games, minus Shadow Dimensions, we're finally gonna get one that could be amazing or spectacular. So, my name is Platinum City X, the Dragon Stream. Stay tuned for more videos about this new Spider-Man game, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. No, I didn't end that right. Bye!
And you say you always keep your word. Show me what you're after, just a little